What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we need to talk about AMC today. Obviously, it isn't really the best day that you can see within this position. It's eating a lot of people alive. Now, it's not only AMC, it's basically a lot of things that are in the market. We understand that things are decreasing, but should AMC be decreasing as well as some of these others, decreasing? I don't really think so. Now, the only way that we can see this actually make these moves, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons to why this is or potentially is decreasing as much as it is. And just to let you guys know, I'm not scared. I'm holding at $26, could still get to my cost basis. We're really only a few dollars away from my cost basis. Is that going to get me scared? No. I can get down to $26, $20, $10, and I will not be scared. Why? Because I truly do believe in this position. Also, I already have my initial investment, so I know that anything that I make on top of it is going to be basically gravy, right? And when I look at my overall portfolio, though, that's where it ends up getting a little bit tricky. But we can get into that in another video. I will show you my overall portfolio and break that down. So before we get into this AMC breakdown, make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links in the description if you want to follow my reaction channel, my Perry Experience channel, MP Shorts. Definitely follow all of those. But let's get into this. So in the pre-market today, we knew that we were down at like 5% or so. And we hit basically a double bottom, seeing it at like 36, where I thought we were going to see probably that bounce at 36. We did see that bounce at 36 up to 39, decreasing down to about 37, and then increasing towards the end of the pre-market all the way up to where it opened at $38.75. Now, that's not something to where it actually got back to break even. I mean, it was getting up there, getting back to where it should be. But we did see, as this did open at 38, it did drop down pretty significantly. Started to really make that long trip downward. And you could see that it dropped around to around $34. Sorry for all the coughing, but throat keeps, it's just weird. Ended up increasing off of that to 36 and then falling back down again to 33, increasing a little bit as of probably returning some shares, covering some shares, some buying that's going into it. Seeing that dip to $33 is pretty interesting, is something that will get people kind of excited, some people kind of excited to buy into those positions. But then you see that end up decreasing here down to about 34 after getting up to 37 and starting to decrease even more all the way back down to about 33 where it is currently. Now, right now we're down 14%. It's looking like we're going to close at around 15% down or so. We had 131 million shares worth of volume. Obviously, a lot of it was negative volume. Now, are we going to say that this is all people selling? No. I will never say this is all people selling, because it does not make any sense to why we would see this decrease so much. A lot of times when we see these low prices, you want to see people that are going to buy the position. However, they won't do it because they're looking for that price to go lower and lower. They're always waiting for the dip, even though this could potentially be the dip if we played it a certain way. So right now we're down about 15%, could continue to drop down as of the close, which it does look like we are. About 15.5, almost 15.5. And it's not looking very positive, right? 15% down is huge. A lot of people will say, oh man, I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I was getting that in my live stream. People were saying, hey, I'm panicking. What should I do here? And I'm not here to tell you exactly what you should do. That's not something that we do here on YouTube. Anybody should do. We, give our opinions, and then you base your decision off of, those opinions and maybe some of your, research a little bit. So we leave it up to you, leave it open-ended so that you make your own decision, not just follow exactly what we're doing. Because my overall thought is what I'm doing is I'm holding the position. And I will hold until certain profit targets. I will hold to certain levels because you know exactly what I'm doing. I already have my initial investment. If it goes down to $1, I still made profit. If it goes down to $2, $10, I still made profit. So it's a different situation for a lot of other people because I have a different strategy that goes into this. Now, let's look at some of the Ortex data a little bit just to break this down. Ortex data, we have a short change or short interest change of plus 1.33%. They borrowed 4.34 million shares and returned 3 million shares. Now, what does this really mean? Does this mean that they shorted 4.34 million shares? That doesn't seem like a lot. Or does it mean that they just return the 3 million shares? What does it actually mean? Well, when they borrow shares, they can actually short it at a later date. They're not going to short it right now. They're not going to basically do all that right now. But when they return shares, they're probably returning something that they had to pay a lot of interest on, or something that was from, you know, far back from the past, maybe like a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago or something. It's older, right? They need to get some new shorts, get something brand new, and continue to drive this price down. That's what they're looking to do. You can see that the estimated short interest did go up from 70, I think it was 78 million to 80 million, and we're sitting at about 15.73% when it comes to the short interest of free float. So this is just Ortex data. It gives you like a kind of a clear picture of what you should be looking at. But then when you look into something like Fintel and you break this down, you can say that, look, they're shorting 18, 19 million shares just because they're borrowing, 4.3 million shares doesn't mean that they're shorting only 4.3 million shares. They borrow all of these and then they end up shorting them in at a massive scale in order to bring the price action down. So they're going to do that at a future date, which could have been today, right? You could have seen that they shorted a hefty amount of the position. I would imagine it's closer to 30% that they were shorting all together. And then you also have some sell action that make people kind of sell, make people kind of get rid of their position because they start to become very fearful of what's going to happen with this position. It's not just people that are selling because they want to make a profit. That's probably a portion of it, even though most swing traders and day traders will actually trade something in a bull market, not a bear market, which we are seeing a bear market. So I would say it's less on the day traders and swing traders and more on people that are just afraid of their gains, of losing their gains. And some people might have made a good play to where they sold at the open and ended up buying back in at 33. They probably made a good play. Okay. But the thing that we're seeing here is the fact that people are just very afraid. You need to stop being afraid. And like I said, this is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. In these situations to where they're large gains, you need to stop being afraid and, stick to your gut. If you feel as though this is going to make a huge move, and we all feel as though this is going to make a huge move, the only way that we could possibly do this is if we stick together, we man together. There's a lot of hedge funds that can make 2 phone calls and say, oh, we need to bring our shares together and we'll stick by it. And that's all they do. But for us, it's a different situation. You have to convince people that, may not see all the information, may not see it the way we see it. So it's a little bit different. But we are seeing a massive amount of, shares that are being shorted every single day. We also have probably institutions that are letting go of some of these positions, because you look across the board, you probably have institutions, hedge funds, everybody that has, different long positions in different companies will pull a lot of those because of the fact that they want to, get out of the market. They feel like maybe it's going to crash. They feel like they need to make up some of the money that they may have lost with a lot of the shorts, all of that stuff. So we're seeing a lot of things, a lot of factors that go into why this price is decreasing. So for me, I'm not getting scared. It is a war that we are fighting here, and wars are not won easily. If they were, then I mean, we wouldn't really need all of this extra funding that goes towards the military, right? So, anyways, I think we're sitting in a good spot. I think we're gonna look for this to increase quite a bit. Maybe not this week. I think my call option is completely, out of place. It's off the table. I don't think that's gonna make a huge move. I think it's gonna sit. And if it does sit, that's fine. It's basically going to expire worthless. I'm pretty sure I thought I made a good move because I thought this was going to actually increase this week. We were going to see some positive movement, but seeing us down 15% is not really the best case scenario. Anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. It looks like we closed down 15%, 15.07%, $33.42. $33.42. And we also are going down in the after hours market. A total volume in the actual market open of 133 million shares. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one, and make sure that you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help out the channel. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.